big updates on a potential exit from Manchester United that could see the transfer market for the Red Devils really kick into action. What's the latest with Kvaratskhelia? And a big report from Spain about a £60+ million bid from Arsenal. All that and Antonio Conte has identified Alejandro Garnacho as the winger to replace Kvaratskhelia at Napoli and have started to initiate contact with Manchester United. This is a story trending this morning about the potential exit of Garnacho. As we know, Kvaratskhelia, and we'll get onto that deal a little bit more in the show, is pushing now for an exit from Napoli. PSG leading the race. Liverpool and Chelsea involved, maybe conceding defeat in that kind of battle, according to a number of reports this morning, which, as I mentioned, we will move on to. But Garnacho potentially leaving. £50 million is the talks about price, which is a good amount of money for a player such as him. Could Man United get more? That is the demand from a lot of Red Devils online. What do you think? I'd love to get your opinion on this, because Garnacho is a player that really divides opinion. Some, like me, think he's good with a lot of potential that could reach a very high level in the game. There are others that think he's a wash, that he's a bust, that we should be looking to invest elsewhere. Therefore, £50+ million to reinvest into the team could be seen as a real positive. So I'd love to get your opinion, not just the Man United fans that tune into TFT, but also rivals as well. Should this be something Man United contemplate? And of course, I will say this: if we do it, there has to be somebody else coming in this window. We have to see a new player arrive at the club of, I think, better quality than Garnacho. Whatever you think of him, however good you think he is, somebody else needs to come in that's better than him if we get this done. So I'm not against it as long as the squad is improving. I think that's really, really important. Another big link to Manchester United today as well, and this comes from the Portuguese publication Abola, is that Man United have offered a loan plus a £34 million obligation to buy for Inácio. That is the left-footed centre-back of Sporting. His agent was in England to hold talks with the club this week. Now, this isn't picking up any real traction with any of the UK mainstream media at this point. What I would say is this is the same outlet, this is the same group of journalists who broke the Darwin Núñez to Liverpool news 2 or 3 days before the quote-unquote tier ones that we consider tier ones in the UK were reporting on it. Doesn't mean that's going to be the case with this situation, but it's certainly a player that I think, and a role and a profile that Ruben Amorim will want. We've seen Lisandro Martinez struggle in a number of games. This guy can play on the left-hand side of the three-person midfield. Excellent from playing out from the back. Is left-footed, so you gain that balance. It wouldn't be my preference of signing this window. I think Man United need more goals, more so than anything else. But potentially there is room for more goals to be added in terms of signings. But I hope this story is true. That's all I'm going to say, is I hope this story is true. Very talented player, someone that can elevate the way we play, who knows this system, who's bought into the ideals of Ruben Amorim that Man United are trying to instill into the football club. So I really like it indeed. But I want to get your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on that in the comments section below. As you can see, we are today again sponsored by our friend Stocks FC. You can get yourself signed up to a free account right now. You can scan the QR code or click on the link below. One of the first things I would say, though, a lot of questions about them. You know, can you really earn cash? Are they trustworthy? Do you like using it, Terry? Well, look, I do. I personally use it. I personally like it. But what I advise everybody to do is to check out their Trustpilot score. This is everybody online that uses it, giving their honest opinions, good, bad, or indifferent. Go and check it out and see how you feel. You can go and claim your free stocks right now. They're all available. You can also go and check out the players with the biggest return ever on the game. And you see Chris Wood right there at the top. You can buy and sell football player stocks. It is a great bit of fun. I really, really enjoy it indeed. Plus, okay, you are given free stocks when you sign up right now. So you can get yourself started by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code. And as we've said already, we will be giving one lucky person who signs up a free PlayStation 5 in about 6 weeks' time at the end of our campaign. Now, I want to move on here to Arsenal. And I saw this article and I wanted to call this out a little bit, really, because at the risk of being called an Arsenal fan, I felt a little bit sorry for Gooners when I read this story this morning. I read a story that the headline stated, Arsenal set to bid £67 million. That was the headline. And I thought, for whom? And this is a report that comes from a Spanish outlet who I think are trying to run up business here for the Barcelona right back. But there's absolutely, in my opinion, zero credibility to this whatsoever. It says Arsenal are eyeing a move for the Barcelona defender as they look to bolster their ranks in a bid for the Premier League title. Now, this is a lot of the British publications are running with this. A lot of the British publications are pushing this. A lot of the British publications, I think, are disrespecting Arsenal fans somewhat, as if to say they're stupid, as if to say they're thick, as if to say they're not going to see completely and utterly through this. For me, I thought this was a poor headline. I think this is an absolutely ridiculous story. Why would they need another fullback? Ben White isn't far away from returning. They've got Urian Timber. Why would they need another right back? This makes no sense on any level. They need goals. They need more quality in the attack. Potentially a left-sided midfielder. Unless you guys think I'm wrong here, can you see Arsenal signing a fullback? In fact, can you see them signing a defender for that substantial amount of money in January? This, for me, is a publication in Spain doing some pushing for Barca, trying to put a player in the market, trying to drum up some interest. Maybe some genuine parties that like this guy think, oh no, Arsenal might be coming in. We better hurry ourselves along and get those bids into Barcelona. But I thought this was just the mainstream media taking the proverbial out of Arsenal somewhat. Arsenal, according to a lot of reports, are looking to do business. They've got a lot of top targets, but it's money by the pound that seems to be stopping them, according to the reports. Still find this such a conflict based on what the Swiss Ramble, a very credible, highly educated account that study the trading accounts and the finances of football clubs. They think Arsenal are well in the money, have huge buffers that enable them to spend. I understand the pleading poverty publicly. It typically means you can get better prices for players and you sell for better. However, Arsenal do need to spend. City are about to drop £150 million. Liverpool may not be doing anything, and an opportunity to bridge that gap this season. Gooners, give me your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this story in particular, plus the wider market for you. Now, speaking of Liverpool, it's been stated by Ben Jacobs that PSG are optimistic of signing Kvaratskhelia for significantly under the €80 million asking price. The current offer is above €60 million. I will say this. How can you be signing him for significantly under 80 million if the bid is already above 60? And maybe it's how we all interpret significantly. For me, if you're up for 65 and they want 80 and you end up paying 70, I wouldn't say 10 million is, well, I suppose 10 million is significantly lower. It is to a working class person. 10 million pounds is a lot of money, but significantly under 80 million for me, I'd be like, well, that's 40, 50 million you spend. But that's just me. Abide the buy. That's abide the buy. It does look, according to the reports in the last 12 hours, that Liverpool and Chelsea that are interested in Kvaratskhelia are not going to get him, that they are going to come out second best in this race. Now, I want to ask you a question. Look, PSG have pull. PSG have money. PSG want to invest. PSG want to become champions of Europe. We all get that. So I'm not downplaying PSG in any capacity. Is this Liverpool and Chelsea trying to go under the radar until the last minute? Is this Chelsea and Liverpool almost letting PSG get the price to a point where it's agreed and then swooping in? Or is this simply defeat? I'd love to get your views on that. I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans frustrated with their owners, frustrated with their offers and everything else surrounding this deal in the last 24 hours. But I really wanted to get the Football Terrace community's opinion on this. For me, look, it's bittersweet in a way. I'd have loved to have seen Kvaratskhelia in the Premier League. I think he's a phenomenal talent, an excellent player, such great technical ability, just beautiful to watch as well. But I don't want him going to a Chelsea. I despise the thought of him going to a Liverpool because of how much better he'll make those teams. So I'm kind of happy he's going PSG, but I would love to have seen him in the Premier League to ply his trade here in what I still believe to be the most entertaining and best league in the world. But where do you think he's going to end up? It looks like PSG. Could there be a sting in the towel? Who will Napoli bring in to replace him? Will they go for Alejandro Garnacho of Manchester United? And if that money comes in, who will we sign? And on the Arsenal news today, I think there's a lot of outlets abroad that are kind of using Arsenal in that way. I think it's important to push the message that these stories, in my opinion, are not true. I really do think it is, but I'd love to get your opinion on that below. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye and God bless. But go and check out Stocks FC. Go and get yourself signed up to an account now. Get some free stocks. Have a little play. See if you like it. If you do, great. Keep playing along with us. If you don't, then it isn't for you. And there's no harm done. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon. Peace.